Hello, BroadwayCon bound. Kenjiro here with another Tuesday vlog. As you can see, I am back in New Jersey. I'm only here for a week though, then I'm off to Korea as I said in my last vlog. So, this week we are going to be talking about our reactions to the Tony Awards, which just happened this past Sunday. Now before we begin, I want to make it clear that I am going to be talking about some material that might be a little difficult for some of the viewers of this vlog, so just want to put that out there. Viewer discretion is advised and all that. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable while watching this. So, my reaction to the 71st Tony Awards. That was some white bullshit. Okay, let's start with the show itself. Kevin Spacey. Good actor. He does great impressions. He's a surprisingly good singer. But I don't think he was a really good host. I mean, if you look at past hosts, like Neil Patrick Harris or James Corden, who won last year, they sort of kind of make the Tony Awards their own event. Like, they do things that you would only expect to see at the Tony Awards. Like last year, James Corden made jokes about Broadway actors who made their start in TV shows that were almost exclusively filmed in New York. Neil Patrick Harris did musical numbers specifically about the business, and he would carry on the jokes throughout the entire show. And whereas if you look at other hosts like Christian Chenoweth, Alan Cumming, Hugh Jackman, they did funny things. I mean, Christian Chenoweth and Alan Cumming, when they were hosting, they just kind of joked around about Broadway and stuff, but they didn't do anything I think that would have been unique to the performance. I mean, Kevin Spacey goes on late night all the time, and he's always doing his impressions, and it was fun to see him, but I don't think there was anything particularly that unique about seeing him doing it. I digress though, he was pretty funny, especially the Frank Underwood thing. And there's the other problem. Great Comet was snubbed. Okay, I've addressed in this vlog before that I am a fan of the Great Comet, despite not thinking it's necessarily the best musical. And here's the thing. Great Comet has some of the best elements of a musical. I mean, the score is unique. It's a mix of all these different genres. The staging by Rachel Chavkin is amazing. The choreography by Sam Pinkleton, amazing. And designs by Mimi Leanne and Bradley King and Paloma Young just transport the audience into this world that Dave Malloy has created with his music. And it only won 2 awards for design. I digress. The design is really good, but so is the orchestration. And okay, look, I am saying this as a bitter fan of this musical, but I think a musical that just breaks all these Broadway traditions and creates something new deserves more recognition than just 2 awards for its design. I want to emphasize that Rachel Chavkin was snubbed. And then there's the other issue, which I brought up before the opening. It's a lot of white people. And this is especially in comparison to last year's awards. I mean, last year Hamilton swept the awards and the whole thing was praised as sort of the champion of equality in show business after the Oscars So White controversy. Not to mention, all 4 winners of the leading actors and featured actors in a musical were people of color. And okay, I have to make this clear. Perhaps there weren't as many quality shows this year featuring people of color. But why not? Why can't producers take the risk that Hamilton did and put that kind of show on Broadway? Why can't they hire an all-Asian cast, an all-black cast, played by an Asian writer? I'm a writer, please hire me. But what I really want to get at is a problem that I've been thinking about since a couple weeks ago now, actually. Why do we lend so much credence to the Tonys? Okay, so a little background. A couple weeks ago, Chris Lee and Tony winner Karen Olivo from the Hamilton Chicago cast came to Chicago for a talk with my theater group and the general student body about their journeys as performers of color. A little plug, we were called Iris at Chicago. You can like us on Facebook. And Karen Olivo, who I want to remind you is a Tony winner, she won for West Side Story a couple years ago, said a little something that has been on my mind lately, is that we shouldn't lend too much credence to the Tony Awards. And when I say credence, I don't mean as we shouldn't trust the awards as right. I'm saying we shouldn't treat the shows that are eligible for Tonys, that is Broadway shows, as the only legitimate theater. Because the truth is, wherever you go in this country, you're going to find a vibrant theater scene. I mean, go to Atlanta, go to Chicago. But in the end, we treat the true theater as the theater that gets put up in New York on Broadway. I mean, if you look at some of the big musicals on Broadway, a lot of them started in regional locations. And you treat Chicago and California and all that as the step-off point before you go to Broadway. Why think of it as somehow less than Broadway when we can think of it just as important? I mean, it's more opportunities for people to be part of a legitimate business. Okay, look, the bottom line of what I'm trying to say with this vlog is that I'm not saying we should drop Broadway, but I think if we continue to give more credits to a fairly exclusive and frankly exclusionary business, I don't think we'd be doing the theater world any service. I mean, speaking as an age myself, I think we'd have more opportunities for people like me to be seen on stage or represented in writing or directing on stage. Otherwise, we'd be stuck in a mindset of Broadway is the only theater worth watching, and frankly, I don't think that should continue. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Tonys this year. Feel free to leave a comment. I'll try to respond to you. I'm really open to discussion on this. I've been thinking about this a lot since Sunday. So yeah, that's my vlog. I will see you all next week. Well, I will probably pre-record it before I leave for Korea. If not, I will post it from Korea, I guess. I hear the Wi-Fi is very fast.